Why Star Trek has Section 31 and Starfleet intelligence? What's the difference? The Star Trek universe prides itself on optimism, diplomacy, and a utopian future where humanity has largely moved beyond war and greed. But lurking in the shadows of that idealism are covert organizations that operate in moral gray zones. Starfleet intelligence and Section 31. Both serve espionage and security functions, but they're anything but interchangeable. In fact, their contrast reveals one of the deepest philosophical conflicts in Star Trek. Can paradise survive without getting its hands dirty? So why does the Federation need two spy agencies? And what truly separates them? Starfleet intelligence. The official eyes and ears. Starfleet intelligence is the Federation's official espionage and information gathering organization. Think of it as Star Trek's version of the CIA or MI6. It works under Starfleet Command, answers to the Federation Council, and is bound, at least in theory, by the same laws and ethics that govern Starfleet itself. You see them pop up occasionally in the Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, and Lower Decks. Officers like Commander Luther Sloan, before his Section 31 reveal, or agents who brief Picard and Sisko are technically part of this sanction group. Their missions include surveillance, gathering intel on enemy powers like the Romulans or Klingons, decrypting alien transmissions, or even infiltrating hostile space. Starfleet intelligence might bend the rules, but it generally tries not to break them. It's about defense, strategy, and preventing war without starting one. It represents the lawful neutral side of the Federation's spy game. But then there's Section 31. Section 31, the shadow behind the stars. Section 31 doesn't answer to anyone. It doesn't file reports. It doesn't wait for orders. In fact, it's not officially recognized by the Federation at all. First introduced in Star Trek, Deep Space Nine, Section 31 claims its roots go back to the original charter of the Federation, specifically Article 14, Section 31, which allows for extraordinary measures in times of extreme threat. Section 31 took that as a green light to become the Federation's secret guardian and judge, jury, and executioner. This group recruits agents, like Sloan, without permission or oversight. They brainwash, assassinate, and manipulate with terrifying efficiency. In DS9, they tried to trick Dr. Bashir into helping them wipe out the founders of the Dominion with a biological weapon. In Star Trek Enterprise, we see them active even in the 22nd century, manipulating early Starfleet missions. And in Star Trek Discovery, they're heavily involved in covert warfare and artificial intelligence threats until their power becomes so great that they have to be forcibly reined in. If Starfleet intelligence is the Federation's spy agency, Section 31 is its secret police. But they don't see themselves as villains. They see themselves as the only ones willing to do what it takes. Philosophy of the Federation versus its dark reflection. So why have both? Why does the Utopian Federation tolerate this Black Ops monstrosity in the shadows? Because Starfleet intelligence reflects what the Federation wants to be: principled, procedural, and transparent. Section 31 represents what the Federation sometimes needs to be: ruthless, deceptive, and unaccountable. This philosophical duality is one of the most compelling contradictions in Star Trek. The Federation espouses peaceful coexistence and non-aggression, but it faces existential threats from the Borg, the Dominion, and the Romulans. Can it survive those threats without compromising its ideals? That's the heart of why both agencies exist. One tries to uphold the dream. The other makes sure the dream doesn't get destroyed, even if it means becoming a nightmare in the process. In universe separation of roles, functionally, the difference comes down to this. Starfleet intelligence gathers information. It spies, listens, and analyzes. It's the data side of espionage. Section 31 takes action. It kills, sabotages, and manipulates. It's the Black Ops side of espionage. Starfleet intelligence might warn you there's a Romulan coup brewing. Section 31 will poison the Romulan senator before he starts it. This makes their relationship complicated. There are hints that Section 31 sometimes uses Starfleet intelligence as cover, or that some agents operate in both worlds. But Starfleet intelligence follows orders. Section 31 is the order. Why the Federation keeps both? You might ask. Why doesn't Starfleet just shut Section 31 down? Sometimes it tries. In Discovery, after the Control AI goes rogue, the Federation pulls back on Section 31's authority. In DS9, Disgusted by Sloane's how many,